Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with The Better Mark, and let's get down into the April 1st Major League Baseball betting card. I'm going to give you guys my official plays, a couple leans I'm on, and get you on your way. But this is one where we may not actually see first pitch, and that's not an April Fool's joke. There's supposed to be a lot of inclement weather across the country in parts and areas that games are being played at. So it'll be very interesting to see what games actually go down. But I'm still going to give you guys my plays. We're going to treat it as such, right? And let's get down into it, okay? And guys, this is a perfect time to subscribe down below. If you have not yet joined us here on the channel, totally free to do so. All you got to do is click that subscribe button, and we do talk betting every single day here on the channel, all right? But let's recap yesterday's plays, and this is one where we're going to get into some of my Easter Sunday plays where across the board, it wasn't really a good day, all right? It wasn't a good day. We didn't have, we weren't able to dot the I within the picks over the weekend. We had a real strong weekend leading up until Easter Sunday, and then just not able to get it done. Going, I think 0-3, if I'm not mistaken, within the picks yesterday. We had some letdowns within Baltimore, the Guardians, and unbelievable, but the Houston Astros lost 4 games in a row to the New York Yankees at home. So cheers to the Yanks. Just one where we went for a little bit of a system play going against that reversion. Just kind of a slow start for the Astros, and obviously I think they have the day off today, so hopefully they get their act together and get back into it, okay? But we're going to ride teams, we're going to play streaks. We're going to get on board with certain trends, and we're going to back those teams until they buck. And this is kind of one where today's no different. So let's get down into the actual plays for today's card. And guys, make sure that you all check out the oddsjam link I have down below. If you have not yet signed up for oddsjam, get 35% off your first month and or annual plan if you elect to sign up for that. Truly an invaluable betting tool that I use with every one of my sports bets, and that's what we're going to be using right here in the video for all my videos, because we find the best odds out there, as well as allowing for some opportunities within positive EV, arbitrage opportunities, and finding the best bets, like I said, out there, as well as tracking them. So let's get down into it, and these are my plays that I'm going to have on today's card. And I'm just going to go straight down the board and go to the games that I do have plays in, okay? First one is, and we're going to kind of bypass a little bit of a combo play, but the first one that we're going to talk about is we're going back to the well. We're going with the Baltimore Orioles. Anything around minus 150 with that lineup, I'm going to be looking to get on board with. So we're going to be taking the Orioles minus 143. We can find that out there. I actually bet it at... let me look at my card. I actually bet it at minus 145. But this is one where also in this game, Michael Wacha going on the bump for the Kansas City Royals. Kind of a fade of him. Okay, the Orioles absolutely shred him. I was looking at some past performances, and this is one where we look into the likes of Cedric Mullins as well as Ryan Mountcastle. If you guys are into the prop side of Major League Baseball bets, this is one where I would get on board with some of the Orioles lineups going against Wacha if this game would actually have first pitch. There is a chance for rain, like I said. So, but before we get down into it, that is one that I'll be locking in at that minus 145 price. Next, we're going to look into a game down south, the Angels. This is a fade against the Angels. We have a young pitcher on the bump for the Marlins. The Marlins, though, what's interesting about them is they have kind of a slow start. So kind of pairing and going hand in hand with what we're seeing from the Angels. Within this game, we got Max Meyer going for the Marlins, okay? And that's a hot young prospect going against Chase Silseth for the Angels. And the Marlins lost 4 games in a row, and the Angels, they lost 2 games at home, I believe, and one where, with the exception of Trout and what they have going on, it just seems to be an unfortunate situation for the team out west. But we are going to be taking the Miami Marlins. I think this is just a play where I was able to get it at minus 118. Miami on the money line. I'm just going with the better pitcher in this contest. See if we can get the job done. Also, probably lean towards taking the under in this, potentially a very low scoring game in this contest. But just going to play the Miami on backing the better pitcher at home in this game. Okay, next we're going to go out to the Seattle Mariners. Okay, this is going to be another one where we're going to look into a potential young stars going at each other. Where Tristan McKenzie within the Guardians going against Emerson Hancock. Really would like to take McKenzie as an Indians homer, but unfortunately, they got the job done against the Athletics, winning 3 games out of 4. But within this game, Mariners are going to be a contender down the stretch in terms of playoff positioning, and the Athletics are just too worried about making sure they pack up all their decorations to bring it to Las Vegas. So I don't really think this one will be a necessarily shoe-in, but McKenzie, very, very strong pitcher. Last year, unfortunately, was bit by that injury bug a little bit, but Emerson Hancock is a bright young star as well, and I do like Seattle's lineup just a tad bit better at home. Games are a little bit different out west. Okay, we're seeing at T-Mobile Park where the ball, it's a deeper ballpark, and the ball tends to have a little bit of a different orientation within that ballpark. So we are going to be taking Seattle Mariners minus 107. That's the best number I found. I found some value in that, potentially a coin flip game, but we're going with the home team against kind of a little reversion back to the Guardians or the Indians having some more real life expectations with their kind of subpar lineup despite McKenzie going for them in that game, okay? And then next, this is one where we're going to go back to the well, okay? I really like Baltimore in this matchup against the Kansas City Royals, but if I also wanted to get some value, I am going to be pairing that with the likes of the Chicago Cubs. Within the Cubs game, this is one where I'm not on board with taking minus 220, but I am going to be taking the Cubs at home at Wrigley. Little day game, little day baseball to get your April Fools started off in the right direction. So you got to lock this one early, but they are going against Dakota Hudson and the Colorado Rockies, which for all accounts, it really lends to the fact that the Cubs end up tying their season record at 2-2 and get the job done at home at Wrigley. So I do not want to take the minus 220 money line in itself, even though I do like it. It's just a little bit too juiced up for me. So I am going to couple that with the Baltimore money line, and we're going to get that for a 2-team money line parlay at plus 141, and that'll be my 4th official play. I'm not sure exactly what props I want to play in the Orioles game, just due to the fact that of the rain concerns, and see where all that shakes out. So those are my plays. I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown as well. So I'm going to pull up the official plays on your screen. For those of you that like to see it at the end of the video, there you go. There's the official plays that I'm locking in for tonight's contest. Look to get back on it and get the ball moving in the right direction. And this is one where we started off hot. I mean, we have some units to play with. What we saw with the Thursday and the Friday and Saturday games within Major League Baseball. Definitely have some units to play with. So hope you guys are all doing well. Guys, cash some tickets. We got an exciting weekend with the Final Four coming up as the NBA season starts to get into my favorite time of the year, where we have the hockey playoffs going live, as well as the NBA playoffs, which I think is one of the most exciting opportunities within betting, is because I really have a good feel for the NBA playoffs, because you know exactly with what teams have to play, and it's very trendy. So I love that time of year, as well as the Green Jackets are getting unveiled in a couple weekends where the Masters kicks off out there in Augusta. So great time to be alive in the sports world. Make sure you guys all check out oddsjam down below. My link for 35% off using promo code TBM. I appreciate you guys all rock with me here on the channel. As always, remember to subscribe down below and smash that like button. And if you have not yet dropped your picks down below in the comments, make sure you guys all do that on your way out. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.